Hi guys, welcome to today's yoga practice. We're going to be working on a bit of a variation on your sun salutations, which we've practiced before. So we're going to start off very similarly, starting at the top of your mat, big toes together, heels slightly apart, rolling your shoulders back and down. And just bringing your attention to your breathing. Taking a moment to tune into it and to check in with your body and see how you're feeling today. You can rock from side to side or front to back on your feet and just getting your balance. Then we're going to start with some nice easy variations of the poses as we go through, and then we'll build them up to where we're a bit quicker and a little bit stronger. So on an inhale, linking your thumbs together, inhale, sweep your arms for the ceiling, little back bend. Breathing here. You can come up a little bit if it's too intense for you to start off with. Just go to where you're comfortable with. This is just the first of many back bends we're doing. Hinging at the hips with fingers still linked. Sweep towards the floor and release your hands onto the mat. Allow yourself to hang in a gentle forward bend. Thigh muscles lifting to lift your kneecaps. Bring the weight to the front of your feet and allowing your head to hang heavy. Looking forward, inhale, scoop your chest, tummy against your thighs, back nice and flat. And then hands to the mat, stepping back with your right leg, and then your left to take a high plank position. So a nice straight line from your heels to your shoulders, making sure that your hips aren't sagging or you're not sticking your bum up in the air. And then lowering all the way to the floor, gentle chaturanga. You can stop just short of the floor if your arms are comfortable with this, and just holding here, elbows tucked into your sides, building a little strength in the arms. Releasing onto the floor, bring your forearms to the mat and looking upwards. Shoulders down away from your ears, chest lifted, legs relaxed. Just a little sphinx to start us off. Releasing back down to the floor, hands under your shoulders, press up and back, coming into a little extended child. You can keep your toes still tucked under here, we're not staying here long, or if this is uncomfortable for you, then just flatten them down to the mat. Lengthening your spine, stretching away through your fingers. Looking forward, tucking your toes under, pressing up and back, taking a little bent leg downward dog to start with. So sitting bones are pushing up and back, arms are strong and extended, keeping space between your shoulders and your ears. And when you're ready, straightening both legs, pressing your heels towards the mat without worrying about whether they're reaching or not, and relaxing into this pose. This is a restorative pose, the same as the extended child. It's a good place to come back to and rest if you need to. Looking forward, step your right leg forward, helping it through with your hand if you need to. And keeping your back knee off the ground if you can, just looking upwards. Back nice and flat, fingertips beside your front foot. And then walking your hands onto your knee. If you can, still maintaining your knee off the floor. As you inhale and sweep your arms towards the sky. And you can allow yourself a little back bend here if that feels comfortable to you. If you need a break, just bring your knee down to the floor. Releasing your hands to the mat, stepping back, coming to plank. On an exhale, releasing down to chaturanga and then to the floor. Forearms to the floor and inhaling up into Sphinx. Excellent. Tucking your toes under, bringing your hands back under your shoulders, returning through extended child and up to downward dog. And again, you can work your legs here a little if you want to, or else just pressing them straight if you're feeling comfortable with that. Head hangs heavy, sitting bones lifting up and back. Looking forward, stepping your left foot forward this time. Again, you can help it through or bring the right knee down to the mat if you need to. And then fingertips to the floor next to your foot and looking upwards, lengthening your spine. When you're ready, bring your hands on top of your knee, crown of the head lifting towards the ceiling as you gaze forward. And on an inhale, sweeping your arms up and over your head and looking up towards your clasped fingers if your balance will allow you. Breathing here. On an exhale, bring your hands back to the mat, take plank, chaturanga, and then up into Sphinx. Releasing from Sphinx, palms under your shoulders, toes tucked under, pressing through extended child to downward dog. Sitting bones lifting up and back, pressing the mat firmly away with your hands. Looking forward, stepping your right leg forward between your hands, helping it through if need be, and then following it with your left and relaxing into a forward bend. Linking your thumbs once more, lengthening your arms and inhale all the way up to standing, little back bend, and returning to prayer. Lovely. Still with your fingers linked, inhaling up, little back bend. Exhaling down, forward bend. Reaching for the mat with your fingers, allowing your head to hang heavy. Inhale, scooping, looking forward, lengthening your spine. And then both hands to the mat, stepping back with your left leg, then your right. Taking a high plank position. Making sure your shoulders stay strong as you release down through chaturanga. Forearms to the floor, inhaling up to Sphinx. Lengthening the legs. Releasing back down, tucking your toes under, bring your hands under your shoulders, extended child to downward dog. Straight into your straight legs, thigh muscles engaged, lifting your kneecaps. And then looking forward, step your right leg forward, and between your hands, your back knee can come down if you need to, but try and hold it up. Lifting your hands to your knee as you look forwards and inhaling up to the ceiling, creating a little back bend, looking up over your fingers if your balance allows it. Releasing your hands back to the mat, step back, coming to high plank, tummy muscles tightly engaged to keep you in place, and releasing down, chaturanga, all the way to the floor. Forearms down to Sphinx, looking up, engaging your leg muscles now, starting to create a little bit more effort. Take hands under your shoulders, pressing back, extended child, downward dog. Reconnecting with your breathing here. Then looking forward, stepping your left leg forward between your hands. Your back knee can come down if you need to, but try and keep it up. And hands to the top of your knee, pressing firmly forward through your right hip as you sweep your arms to the sky and create a little back bend. Release your hands to the mat once more, stepping back, taking high plank, chaturanga, all the way to the mat, Sphinx, lengthening your spine, and releasing to the mat, taking your toes under, pressing up and back, downward dog. Breathing here. Looking forward, stepping forward with your left leg and then your right, releasing into forward bend, linking your thumbs and inhaling up with a flat back, all the way into your little back bend, and releasing to standing. Excellent. And again, linking your thumbs, inhaling, little back bend, exhaling, forward bend. Releasing your hands to the mat, and the weight to the front of your feet. And inhale and scoop, lengthening your spine as you look forward. Releasing, stepping your right leg back then your left, taking high plank. Coming all the way down through chaturanga. And then to the floor. This time with hands under your shoulders still, lift up into a little cobra. So just lifting as high as you feel comfortable. Leg muscles are strong, looking towards the sky. Just intensifying that back bend a little. And releasing back to the mat, tucking your toes under, pushing up and back. If you can, don't pass through the intermediate extended child this time, pressing straight to downward dog. Looking forward, step your right leg forward, keeping your back knee high, hands to your knee, and inhale up, stretching for the ceiling, keeping the left hip pushing forwards, releasing your hands back to the mat, taking high plank, chaturanga, holding for a moment, and then reaching the floor and lifting up into cobra. Release back down, tuck your toes under, pushing up and back, downward dog. Looking forward, step your left leg forward, keeping the right knee high, fingertips to the ground, then to your knee, and finally sweeping up over your head as you create your back bend, coming into crescent. Release your hands back to the mat, step back to high plank and through your vinyasa, chaturanga. Feet flat, cobra. Releasing back to the mat, tucking your toes under, downward dog. Reconnecting with your breathing, hips pressing up and back. Head hangs loose and relaxed. Then looking forward, stepping your left leg forward, followed by your right, coming into a forward bend, linking your thumbs and inhaling all the way up, a little back bend, and returning your hands to prayer. Inhaling up, little back bend, exhaling down, releasing your hands to the floor, inhaling, scooping, looking forward, and exhaling, stepping the right leg back, followed by the left. Releasing through chaturanga to the floor, feet flat, inhaling into a cobra, deepening it as far as you can this time, lengthening your arms. Releasing back to the mat, tucking your toes under, pressing up and back, downward dog. Chest pressing towards your thighs. Looking forward, right leg steps forward, and immediately inhaling up, hands overhead, deepening that back bend, and releasing your hands back to the mat, stepping back. Exhale down through chaturanga to the floor, inhale up, cobra. Releasing back down, tucking your toes under, pushing up and back, downward dog. Looking forward, stepping your left leg forward, keeping the right knee high as you inhale all the way up to crescent, creating your back bend, and releasing your hands to the mat and coming all the way down through chaturanga to the floor. Inhale, cobra. Exhaling, tucking your toes under, pushing up and back. Downward dog. Reconnect with your breathing. We're stepping up the pace as we go along. Let's take this moment in downward dog to recover. Stepping forward between your hands, forward bend, linking your thumbs, inhaling up, little back bend, and returning to prayer. And into our next, linking your thumbs, inhaling up, little back bend. Exhaling down, hands to the floor. Inhale and scoop. Exhaling, stepping your right leg back, followed by your left, releasing to the floor. Inhaling up, deepening that cobra. Bring your arms straight. And if you want, you can actually lift your legs off the floor as well, engaging the muscles to your legs are resting on the top of your feet. Shoulders down away from your ears, upward facing dog. Release back to the mat, tuck your toes under, push up and back, downward dog. Looking forward, step your right leg forward, Left knee stays high as you inhale up to crescent. Exhale, hands to the mat, and all the way down to chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. If you're coming into upward dog, keep your legs very strong, shoulders away from your ears. Releasing back to the mat, exhale all the way back to downward dog. Looking forward, inhale, left foot steps forward, and inhaling all the way up to crescent, looking through your fingers. Releasing your hands back to the mat, stepping back, exhaling all the way down to chaturanga. Inhaling, upward dog or cobra. Releasing back to the mat, tucking your toes under, pushing up and back. And taking a moment in downward dog, sitting bones lifting up and back. Looking forward, stepping forward, releasing into forward bend, linking your thumbs and inhaling all the way back up to the sky, and returning to prayer. Inhaling, reaching for the sky, little back bend. Exhaling, hinging at the hips, forward bend. Inhale and scoop. Exhale, little bend in the knees, light jump back to plank. Release to the floor. Inhale to upward dog, flipping your toes under, back to downward dog. Sitting bones up and back. Looking forward, step the right foot forward. Inhale up, little back bend and crescent. Exhale, hands to the floor. Exhaling all the way down through plank, flipping your toes over without touching the floor, and inhaling to upward dog. Flipping your toes over, exhaling back to downward dog. Deep breath here, looking forward, stepping forward, inhaling up to crescent, little back bend. Exhaling, hands to the floor, plank to chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog, tucking your toes under. Exhale, downward dog. And looking forward, floating softly between your hands and exhaling into forward bend and inhaling up, little back bend, releasing your hands to prayer. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale and scoop. Exhale, jump or step back and release to chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, lifting your leg to the sky and then stepping through. Inhaling crescent, exhaling hands to the floor and all the way through to chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, leg to the sky. Exhale to lunge. Inhale, lift to crescent. Exhale, hands to the mat, stepping back. Chaturanga, upward dog, tucking your toes under, downward dog. Straight away, looking forward, jump or step between your hands. Exhale to forward bend. Inhale, rising to back bend. Exhaling to prayer. Keep going. Inhale, little back bend. Exhale, hands to the mat, forward bend. Inhale and scoop. Exhale, jump or step back. Plank, chaturanga. Inhale to upward dog. Tuck your toes under. Exhale to downward dog. Inhale, right leg to the sky. Exhale to lunge. Inhale to crescent. Exhale, hands to the mat. Plank, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Exhale to lunge. Inhale to crescent. Exhale, hands to the mat and all the way through plank and chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Looking forward, bend your knees, jump or step forward. Exhale to forward bend and inhale, little back bend and returning to prayer. Excellent, guys, that's lovely. So you're fully warmed up now. You can continue on to do some more yoga practice, or else take a moment to reconnect with your breathing and tune in with your body and what it's telling you, and then head on out and enjoy the day. Thanks very much, and we'll see you next time.